Say hey everyone, welcome into another edition of Say Hey Plays. My name is Jose Bouquett. Alongside me is the illustrious Connor Mack. Connor, what an interesting day yesterday, huh?
Yeah, let's just get right to your Red Sox. Thank God I put $50 on that game. But a loss is a loss. But how bad was that to watch, Jose? Your Red Sox get killed.
Well, as I told you yesterday, I went to a minor league baseball game, so I was not watching live pitch per pitch. So that was nice, but I'm a Red Sox fan. I'm an asshole. And of course I rewatched the game. I mean, I wasn't not gonna rewatch it. So I watched it again last night. I was up till I don't know, like 3 in the morning last night, just watching the Red Sox and then tweeting about it like some fucking idiot.
Psycho.
Um, yeah, no, it was really bad. And like I said, I've been saying kind of yesterday, and it's over. It seems like it's over for this squad. It's crazy. It is insane that they're going to be sellers at the deadline. They're not going to make the playoffs.
Yeah. It seemed like once Duran that fly ball, it's just like quit a little bit. It was 6-0.
I
That
am
made it
so
10.
sick of him.
That it just was a
I
steamroll.
can't do it, Connor. I can't do it with him anymore. I'm officially off the Jarren Durant bandwagon. I have a fucking weakness, Connor, for fast outfielders that can have little contact and steals. I love him. Jacoby Ellsbury, love him.
Yeah.
Fuck Jarren Durant. That guy can go fuck himself. I never want to see that dude play center field again. He's a horrible defensive center fielder. He doesn't get
Yeah.
on base enough to steal anymore. He had
I was
two
just about to
weeks,
say.
like
Yeah.
2 weeks of being great, and now he can't fucking get on base anymore. He's a fucking idiot. First of all, I can tell you that he's just a plain fucking stupid person. Intelligence and fucking low with that dumbass. And then he fucking turns around and it's like, oh, the fucking fly ball just fell back. I will
Right.
just stand here. And I said this on Twitter last night. The angle that just fucking infuriated me last night was watching Alex Verdugo from fucking left field hauling ass,
All the way up.
sprinting to center field, and Duran just kind of looking at him like, and I was like, well, what are we fucking doing? What
He's
are
a
we
bum.
fucking
He was
doing?
overrated, real quick. I've always thought. I mean, I know we could swipe some bags, but I didn't think he hit enough contact. He wasn't hitting 330 in the minors. So I thought he was a little overrated. So I'm with you on him. Get him out of there. Trade him.
Yeah, fucking. I hope they do trade his ass. Fucking, him, Bobby Dahlback, trade both those fuckers. Those guys are incompetent. It's fucking crazy. And now because they're fucking incompetence and a pitching staff that's been dead as dick, since the Chris Sale and his fucking pinky. We're gonna fucking see Nathan Uvalde get traded most likely, and every start he makes, it keeps hurting his value. So that hurts me. But Connor,
Yeah.
we'll we'll just stop talking about yesterday real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Last night, lines come out early, minus 135 for the fucking Blue Jays again. What the?
Yeah.
What are we? What? With Cutter Crawford on the bump and Alek Manoah? If that's a trap, I walk straight into it. Take my fucking money, Vegas. I am heavily invested in the Toronto Blue Jays today. And we'll talk about it because I believe it's like third game on the slate here today.
Yep.
But boom, oh my goodness, Connor. I can't believe it. I just could not believe it. And this team is dead. And I said it again on Twitter last night. It might be Operation Fade the Red Sox from here on out.
Hey, I do have to say though, this is baseball. One loss. I know some losses stick with you, especially when you give up 28 runs, but it's only one L in the column. So on to the next day, on to today.
Well, Connor, as you know, I am very reactive and very emotional. So I
Yeah.
am absolutely overreacting to this game, and I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see what the fuck they do. Carter Crawford, I don't think is a good pitcher. He's had good starts this year, but we'll talk about that game here soon. But yeah, I've got 3 official plays so far today, all of them on the Toronto Blue Jays. We'll see if I add more. Very frustrating day yesterday, gambling wise as well. I went 1-3, I believe I went down a couple, down 2 units, but I had the winning bet. Like I knew it was a Blue Jay spot yesterday. I didn't even bet the Blue Jays. I bet the first 5 under like a fucking idiot. And that just bothered me. The Reds cash, which makes me feel good. And I obviously kept a close eye on the Colorado Rockies last night, and I was really angry about that. And then I suddenly was less angry because they lose the first 5 by 1, obvious heartbreak there. And then, of course, they lose the full game again. So it's like, oh my God, thank God I didn't bet that, or I would have been in a fucking pit today. So I'll also keep saying this. If you're going to bet, use the 300 rule, as my man Roger that said last night, or yesterday, I should say. The 300 rule, it works. Maybe you should take it 1.5. Maybe you should take it run line. I'm not sure, because those are really hurting me. Really hurting me. But enough of my bullshit, Connor. Are we ready to get into this full slate of baseball today?
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. Let's get it. Say Hey plays 105. Say Hey 105 officially underway here. We've got Tristan McKenzie and the Guardians versus Johnny Cueto here. First half of a doubleheader we've got going on here today. Very interesting game here. I usually try to abstain from doubleheaders. I don't really want to bet this game. I think it's a pretty good game. The plus money for Tristan McKenzie is appealing. I took limited notes today too, because like I said, I think this first week or so, the first half or the second half, excuse me, is a good watching and learning portion of the season right now. So I think it'll be fun to see if my man Tristan McKenzie can follow up. 7-6 looks like it's a even the subpar first half, but Tristan's doing his thing, and he's been pitching really well. And truthfully, if I had to pick a side here, it'd most likely be the Guardians. The last 3 starts for McKenzie before the All-Star break, all no earned runs, 8-7-6 earned run, or 7-6 innings pitched. So I like T-Mac. He's a good pitcher. I'd back the Guardians here, but no official play.
Yeah, the doubleheaders for me. But if I were to play this, I don't want the White Sox, even though Cueto's kind of been decent for them all year. He's given you 5 or 6 and gotten through it. You talked about McKenzie. That last start was really good, with 12 Ks, no walks. Because his problem, he got away with it against the Royals to start before. When he walks 2, 3 guys, that's when he'll have a huge inning, and he gives up 6 or 7 runs. I'm leery he could get hit. But the only way I'd be on the under here. If I were to play this one, I'd be on the Guardians and I'd be on the under with these 2 pitchers. And I'd look to the second game with those 2 pitchers to look to the over, even though I'm not going to get to the window here either. So it was a pass, but I'd look under. And no way I'm betting the White Sox minus 125. No way. I saw Robert's on the IL again this morning. So more guys hurt.
I agree with you wholeheartedly there. I think I just don't know. Like I said, I don't know why people are betting the White Sox confidently. I just don't think they're a good squad at the end of the day, and I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, which is pretty shocking to say. But like I said also yesterday, if they're going to make a run, now is the time. They've got an easy schedule. They got to start rolling, but we'll see. We'll see for sure. The second half of this double dip is the Lance Lynn and Connor Pinkleton action we've got going on here. And Connor, this is the game that I would want to bet of the 2. I am fading Lance Lynn at every stop. I just don't think he has it right now. I don't think he has it still. And a minus 174 for him is pretty nuts. I think that's like an old Lance Lynn number when he was dealing. Let me double check here, because the no total at 9. I gotta get a good team total for the Guardians here, right? Let's see here. I can get a 4 at plus money, at even money, I should say, and a 3.5 at minus 130. I think I'm going to go ahead and make official the Guardians team total over 4 at even money for game 2. I just do not believe in Lance Lynn right now. Don't think he's pitching well. We'll keep fading him under any circumstance here. Guardians, by the way, season long 8th against righties, which I thought was pretty high and pretty shocking to see. 107 weighted runs created plus there. So not believing in Lance Lynn anymore, guys. That's just the basis of this bet. So Lance Lynn proved me wrong here. Over 4 for the Guardians.
Yeah, where's Lance Lynn? What's happened to him? I mean, he's had one solid start, that start in San Francisco, and he's just the next three have been horrible as well. I think if this goes along with it, I like that a little bit, Jose, especially if this first game lends to the under, which I think so. I think this could get to the over in the second one. And even, Pingleton could get hit. But I have to say, the White Sox, the lineup for the first game looks weak. Who knows what it's going to be for the second? So I lean more to the second one, the over, and no way I'm taking the White Sox, even though who knows, they could get a split. But at that price, too, there's just no way I can back them. There's just right now, I want nothing to do with this baseball team at all. So let's get him out of here.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. Looking at Lance Lynn's numbers, by the way, for his pitches, all of his stuff seems to be down a touch. Like his sinker, I guess, is dropping a little more. Fastball, I guess, I don't know. It's weird. It's all of his stuff's moving, I guess. I'm trying to find the speeds, obviously, because when you throw only fastballs like Lance Lynn does, that'll affect it. And he's still at 91.3. Only, he's at 91.6 or 0.9 last year. So it's a curious case, man. It's interesting. I don't know what it is, but I hypothesize that was Lance Lynn. It's more of everyone in the majors throwing pitches now that all of them move, and that used to be Lance Lynn's thing, and he used to be, I guess, kind of unique in that aspect, throwing fastballs that move left, right, whatever. And now kind of everyone does that because everyone realizes, it's a lot harder to hit a pitch if it's moving than not. So it's kind of everyone's adapted, so it makes them less special, I guess. So it's interesting to see how it works out for Lance. All right, Connor, I wanted to just move on to this next game because this is obviously the game everyone's here to see. Red Sox, Blue Jays, Manoah versus Cutter Crawford here. I'm on Red Sox team total over 5, Red Sox -1.5, and Red Sox money line not Red Sox. I'm saying Red Sox. Toronto Blue Jays -1.5 plus 130. Toronto Blue Jays team total over 5 -105. And the Toronto Blue Jays money line at -135. I got the -135 last night. I tweeted it out, literally saying this number is not going to be there tomorrow, so I'm going to bet it now. And I know it's juice. I think it's one of the more juice lines I've taken all year. But I don't understand how the Red Sox could be. I thought this line should be like -170, closer to 200. I'm surprised it's not -160. If it's not -160 before first pitch, I'll be a little surprised. I just don't know, man. I don't think Cutter Crawford's got it. I don't have confidence anytime he's up there. I understand that he's had good starts this year. One of those starts where he was thrown in last second, not having to think about all the pressures and everything. But his last appearance against the Tampa Bay Rays was 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 6 Ks, no walks there. It was a good start for his standards, but the Blue Jays are just simply a different breed. I think the Blue Jays are one of those teams where offensively, if you're not throwing elite pitching at them, they're going to kill you. They're going to absolutely kill you. Excuse me. And that's what we saw yesterday. Nate wasn't on it, killed him. And then from then on, it was just a comedy of errors, drop fly balls, all of that. Obviously, I think the Red Sox could come out a little more. Well, I should say they should come out a lot more motivated. Alex Cora is probably the second best manager in baseball. So I think it'll be interesting to see how he and the team reacts. But ultimately, I think they get fucking hammered again today here. I would be really surprised if Cutter Crawford had a good start here today, and didn't. Let me actually double check because I want to see if Tanner Houck is available, because I could easily see them piggybacking with each other. And Tanner, obviously, he's still a good pitcher. Like he's still this team's closer, and Garrett Whitlock is still there. So could this game end up being close and I just kicking myself for tripling up on the Blue Jays and not doing it yesterday and all that stuff? Maybe, but we've got a clear pitching advantage. The Red Sox bullpen is fucking cheeks. The offense is horrible right now. I just don't think this Red Sox team is good, and they're going to be sellers at the deadline. So it's going to be a really rough couple of weeks for me.
Is that depressing for you, huh? Jose?
It really is, Connor. It really is. Nothing affects my day-to-day mood more than the Red Sox. I'll tell you that right now.
This game's interesting. You're all in on the Blue Jays. I mean, you got the better pitcher, everything. It just seems I'd be on the Blue Jays first 5 as well. I'd have to go with the -1/2. Looking in this game, it's all about Manoah, Craig Wood. Yeah, that's what I was about to mention. Manoah's been phenomenal. Even on the road with his first 5 unders. He had 2 starts with Boston. Both were at home, but he went 7 innings. Red Sox couldn't hit a lick. But now the only thing is Crawford here, but it's a 5. God, can he only give up 3 runs here? Because I think Manoah's good, for nothing, maybe 1. So I like the Jays a little bit, but I like this first 5 under 5. I got -108. It's a little scary, but that's what I was looking at this one.
Yeah, I learned yesterday I'm never going to do a first 5 under with the Blue Jays ever again.
Yeah, I get you, but a different pitcher, different day. I feel you. I mean, after days like that, you don't want to do it, but
no, I think you're right, and obviously we say this often. It's a great spot to take a team under or whatever after they score a shitload of runs. But did those runs come? Like, I don't know. Did they earn those runs all the time? No. It was the Red Sox shooting themselves in the foot a lot. But like I said, I just really think if you throw subpar to average pitching against this Blue Jays lineup, it's over for you. They'll just fucking crush you. They'll crush you no matter what. And for the Red Sox sake here, I think my concern is, now that we're talking it out, my concern is that Alex Cora goes out there and manages like this is fucking Game 7 of the World Series. Like, we have to win this game after getting embarrassed like that yesterday. And he throws Garrett Whitlock, Tanner Houck, and Cutter Crawford somehow keeps his shit together. But I'll say this: if Cutter goes down, if he gets down early, then it's going to be a fucking blowout. It's going to get ugly. If it's like 3-0 early again, it's going to be fold up city. I am not excited about this game. Not excited about this game all. This is a lose-lose situation I put myself into, Connor. I load up on the Blue Jays, and if I'm wrong and the Red Sox win, I'm still fucking depressed that I bloated up on the Blue Jays. So it's going to be an interesting night, Connor. I can't wait.
Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. All right, let's move on to the next game. Oh, boy, this game killed us yesterday. Killed me, at least. Houston, Seattle. Verlander, Gilbert. Best game of the day, I'd say, pitching matchup-wise. But I can't do it. I feel like I've backed the Mariners several times against Verlander, and it seems like every time Verlander goes out there and does his fucking thing against them. Let's pull up Justin Verlander's Fangraphs real quick, as my computer is taking 6 years to load. But it seems like every time, like I said, it's Justin Verlander goes out there, does his old man shit, and just baffles a kind of young lineup. Last time against Seattle was on the 6th or on the 7th of last month. 7 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run there, 12 Ks, 2 walks. On the 4th of the month previous, he went 6 2/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, and then his first start in the year against them, 8 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs, 8 Ks. Just dominates him. So ultimately, I didn't want to get involved in this game. I love Logan Gilbert. You guys know me. But against these Houston Astros, let's look at these game longs. Against Houston, 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs there. Another one, the 7 innings of no earned runs, 5 Ks, 4 hits there. And those are the only 2, I believe, that I can see here. Yeah, so a 3 earned run spot and a no earned runs. I don't trust it enough to bet a first 5 under here, which I'll double check, but I assume it's a 3.5. And
it's like -120 too. That's what now. Yeah,
yes.
3.5.
So no thank you there. And then full game, I guess I feel a little more comfortable about. But I'll keep saying this. The Astros statistically have the best bullpen in baseball. But I that's obviously their weakest point, and they need to add someone or add something in the deadline as well to that bullpen because their bullpen's a fucking heart attack. I was sitting there in the 8th inning listening to the radio, hoping that the fucking Mariners could scratch across 2 more runs. And if it wasn't for Jeremy Pena making a Hall of Fame All-Star jumping grab, maybe we cash that team total. But yeah, I don't have anything on this game. Ultimately, I'm leaning towards the under.
That's what I wrote on this game. You're just not getting any value, like I talked about. Verlander's owned him, except that one start, whatever it was, in June, where he gave up 6 runs. I think Kyle Lewis hit 2 homers, and it was kind of shocking. Mariners were up 5-0 real quick. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with it. I like Gilbert. These are 2 under guys. I want to double check full game, but yeah, that first 5 at -120 and a 3.5. I got to get way better than that. Because if I lose that, I'm not a happy camper like we talked about yesterday.
Definitely wasn't for me either. I was fucking pissed off at the baseball game yesterday.
Yeah, and Gilbert's been good against this Astro lineup, except Altuve, Bregman, the big guys. They crack him, and that's been his problem a little bit. As much as I like him, the long ball has gotten him, a little bit this year. Even though his record right now is really good and he's dominant. Mariners didn't gun. Marco was just, he wasn't horrible, but he just was Marco, and I was like, fuck, what the fuck.
Yeah, and then the Mariners offense was still in fucking vacation.
You're right, yeah, and so I don't want anything here, so I'm off.
Yeah, Harold Williams sweat out that under yesterday as well. Shout out to you, but yeah, it's a heart attack every time, man. Ryan Presley honestly is not a guy that it is like inspires confidence either, and he's not even there right now. On top of that,
yeah.
So.
Well, you talked about their bullpen. They do. I mean, I can't believe how well this bullpen has pitched this year to be the top 2, 3 in the league. So I do think they need some backup, but they've been good the first half. We'll see.
We will see indeed. Chicago Cubs, Philadelphia Phillies. Next game on our slate here. Good pitching matchup here. Maybe it feels like 2 years ago it would be an even better pitching matchup, but Stroman versus Wheeler on the bump here. Another pass game for me. Keeping this day light as well. Like I've said, we're keeping first little week or so of the All-Star break of the second half light to hopefully see and learn what we can see from these teams going forward. I traditionally Marcus Stroman is a big game pitcher. He likes getting himself up for those starts. We all know the Marcus Stroman routine by now, but I mean, is there any way you could back this dude? His last 2 starts were good against the Mets and the Dodgers. 4 innings, 1 earned run, no earned runs, but it's 4 innings. You still have that. First of all, that 1 inning without him from the first 5. If he does that again, and that's not fun. And then full game, the Cubs bullpen is not something I want to trifle with either. Along with both of these teams being extremely average against righties right now. I mean, I was going to say, I guess I lean towards the Phillies, but at -170, that fucking sucks. So another pass game for me here.
Yeah, this one's difficult. I think Wheeler bounces back, and Stroman's starting to pitch better. After he had a horrible starts there early on. I just don't think Wheeler, all that rest, he gets back home. He, like you talked about, I mean, I remember you were on the Jays team total. And that was the worst start of the year on the road. I think he comes back home and pitches well. I just don't want to back these Phillies. So first 5, I mean, you could have got maybe -110, but I'm seeing -115s, minus the half. So that's where I just cross it out. And as much as maybe early and under, I think it could get over. I don't like these bullpens. We saw it last night. And I just don't know. Even with Wheeler, it's too expensive for me to back the Phillies. So I'm off it as well.
Yeah, a lot of overlove as well. Craig Wood mentioning the Cubs hit 342 lifetime against him with an xWOBA of 376.
Yeah, it's really just a couple guys here. I had it pulled up that hit him well.
I'll say I just like I don't think the Phillies are a team that I'm ever looking to back now. I always make the fucking stupid mistake preseason of buying into their fucking stupid hype. and it makes me so angry. I bet the Phillies 3 years in a row now to win their division. And this just never happens. This year, I bet it at plus 500. I was like, they could be in the hunt, right? I mean, those two teams in front of them, they're like plus one. It was like plus 105 for each one or something like that. And the Phillies are at plus 500. I was like, yeah, just stay in it. Just stay in it, Philadelphia. No, they fucking suck. They fucking suck.
Yeah.
I would say they don't have a good manager, but it's not Joe Girardi anymore.
That's why I don't like it too, Jose.
Yes.
Like Damon said, bad pen, bad defense. The offense is sketchy. They played well. I got to give them credit, and the bullpen. The last 10 days before the break, seems like the old Phillies might be coming back. But they do got the ace on the mound today, and I think he does pitch, well after getting blasted his last start.
Yep, Philly's not a team I'm looking to bet on, but coin that first 5 under 4 is intriguing, but I do think that this game eventually gets over as well. Bullpens help it get there. Next game on our slate, my guy Joe Ryan back in my life versus Michael Pineda here. I wanted to back Joe Ryan, truthfully, Connor, but it seems like everything is a little too juicy for me, I'm going to be honest. The Tigers are the worst hitting team against righties in the first half. I think he has a good start here. -0.5 for the first 5 is -130, so I don't love that. I thought about taking the -1 first 5. It's at +110, and I don't necessarily hate that. I mean, you've also got the Twins 5th against righties this year, 114 weighted runs created plus so far. Michael Pineda has looked okay. I mean, let me pull up his game logs as well. But he's not been horrifically awful like, people thought he would be. He got fucking destroyed against the Cleveland Guardians last time out for 8 earned runs. But after that, or before that, I should say, it's just been 2 earned runs, 3 earned runs, basically the whole time. He faced Minnesota once and gave up 4 and 5 innings. I'm gonna move on it. I think that's convinced me enough. At least Minnesota has seen him this year already. This isn't their first time seeing him. So first 5 -1 for me for the Minnesota Twins. I'm believing in Joe Ryan going to dominate the Minnesota bats today, or the Detroit bats, I should say.
That's the way you got to go, because this price for me is, too much, or you'd have to go full game run line. I kind of thought that. This I wrote down was Twins. Trying to make a play on it. Maybe I move with the run line. I don't know if I want to go 1. And I was looking at the team total, the 4.5's -135. I really don't want to do Twins 5.5. Couple guys get to Pineda. Correa's 11 for 26 with 3 homers.
Oh,
he's only plus 280, but Max Kepler 3 for 6 with a couple jacks. He's plus 500. So maybe look at a jack with him. I wrote him down.
By the way, Ron Crawford's spreadsheet play today is Minnesota -1. Had no idea.
I like it. This was I wrote down early last night, but and then I saw the price, so I was like, shit.
Yeah, and Wallaby King saying Pineda's good for 3 innings and then falls apart. Or the world falls apart. Same story every time I watch. Damon Centauri saying Pineda is Pineda. Yeah, I'm glad that I've got that's a pretty good plus money price too. I thought it would be a little, like -105, maybe -110, but the first 5 -1 plus 110 for me. So I like that. Only reason I'm not taking full game is that I do not have the most trust in a Minnesota bullpen. That is why I'm not taking.
Yeah, I was looking at this. I'd be on the over in this game. The wind's a little bit in, crosswind at 9, but everything shows the over to me in this game. Other than that, it's over 8.5. It's just only.
I was about to say I could see Minnesota getting there by themselves. Truthfully,
they might.
So I like that look as well. Let's keep it moving, rolling along here. St. Louis Cardinals, Cincinnati Reds here. Battle of 2. What is the right word? Just meh. Just bleh. Lefties. Mike Minor versus Steven Matz.
2 of my favorite guys here.
Oh yeah, you want to fade? It's just like, who do I want to fade more here? And
fade them both. I'll be quick. Over.
Over?
That's all I play here. I mean, I just don't know. Both these lineups rip these guys. That's what I had in this game. That's the only thing I play. It got over yesterday. Your Reds came through. I think it's more of the same.
I got scared there, Connor, because I saw them go down 2-0 earlier. I was like, oh my god, fuck this. They're not going to come back. And everyone knows I'm fucking the most reactionary person ever. They put up 5 runs in like 1 inning and come back, and that was great. So I'm gonna move on the Cardinals here. I'm gonna take their team total over 5.5, which I do not love taking. But they're fourth against lefties this year, 119 weighted runs created plus. And remember, all those my splits right now are just for the full year until we get a little bit of a sample size for the second half. So there have been stretches where the Cardinals have just like gone cold against lefties, and it's been weird. But overall, still fourth, still Mike Minor, still want to fade him. And the best, I mean, that's not the best price, I guess, but 5.5 minus 110 for the Cardinals team total for me. This seems like it's going to be one of those days where I'm sleepwalking into a bunch of plays here, but we fire when we fire, I guess. Huh?
Matt's, he's coming back. He hasn't pitched since whatever, and I don't want a guy coming off that. So I think both could give up runs. I know it's 10.5 now, but I'd only be on the over. Both are hitting like 3-something, 390, 360 off these guys. There could be a look for extra base hits, all that stuff, props in this game.
I agree with you there, Connor. Agree with you there. Let's get those runs tonight. Will be a fun game. Miami versus the Pirates again. Max Meyer back in our lives, a highly touted prospect. His first start did not go as planned. We can all say that. Did not go as planned. He was cruising there for a little bit, and then he finally hit a little bit of a wall, I guess. I'm not sure. 5 1/3, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 home runs, 5 Ks, 1 walk. I believe the first 3 innings were scoreless, and then second time through, it just got rough. Versus the Pirates and Jose Quintana here. These offenses are both really, really bad. These offenses are both really, really, really bad. The Miami Marlins are worst in the league against lefties this year so far. The Pirates are 26th against righties. I guess I'd lean towards an under here. First 5 perhaps, but I don't want to play this game. Sidewise, I'm honestly going to pick the Marlins, which is kind of rare to say for my Pirates, but sidewise, I think Max Meyer is a better pitcher than Jose Quintana. Maybe I'm projecting a little bit forward. Maybe Jose Quintana is better right now, but ultimately a pass game with leans towards unders in both spots here.
Yeah, maybe Mayer is down the line, but his second start in the bigs, he got hit around against the Phillies. I'd want the Pirates today, actually. The Marlins did break 35 innings where they didn't have a run. They got it all themselves. That game went over yesterday. As much these teams get together, I think something crazy, like 8 of the last 10, 9 of the last 10 have gone over. And until the Marlins beat them, the Pirates take care of the Marlins. So I'd be on the Pirates today. I think they can get some runs off this kid. I looked at the team total. The 3.5 was like minus 130. I don't know if I want to go with a 4 there, but that's where I look. I just take the Pirates to win then.
Yeah, I think if the Pirates get 4 runs, I don't think the Marlins are winning this game. I don't think they're getting.
Hey, it's a road start. I know it's in Pittsburgh. I know these, both shitty lineups. It's not, Pirates aren't great, but I'd be on the Buccos. Raise it, Jose. Come on, get up. You're Pirates.
I'm sorry. There's, the emotional beatdown of the Red Sox yesterday has taken me out of raising it for him, but she'll raise it for you, Connor. She'll raise it for you. Next game on our slate, let's talk Yankees Orioles. This is another loss from yesterday for me. I had them first 5. Aaron Judge hits a home run. First home run off a pitcher that he is shorter than. There's your fun fact of the day. Tyler Wells is 6'8". He's 6'7". Garrett Cole, I'll be honest, my first instinct obviously here was Baltimore team total over. Whatever it is, it's probably like a 3.5, something like that, because Garrett Cole always commands those kind of ridiculous lines. But I decided better, and I said, you know what? Normally I would do this maybe in the middle of the second half or the first half when you see Kermit after like a start or two. But he's off the All-Star break. He's feeling good about himself, all that shit. You can get a 3 for even money right now. Oh my God. That's delectable right there. That's enticing. But I'm going to pass on this game. Garrett could easily go out there and shove. The Yankees are second against righties this year, so Jordan Lyles might be in some trouble. This is a pass game, but boy, oh boy, would I want to take the Orioles team total here.
Yeah, it seems like maybe Cole could have a good start coming out of the break, but he wasn't good early on in the year. What he give up 2 to them? He went 7 innings. And I remember this game. He went 8, but he gave up 5. He didn't walk anybody. 11 Ks way back in
That was
May.
against Jordan Lyles, actually, and that was a
Yeah.
minus 300 fade that I won. So yeah.
Boom. God, they just couldn't get it done yesterday. I just needed, it was just a middle day. I needed just one win there, Orioles or Mariners. I thought I'd get one of them. They covered the 1.5. Maybe you could look at that. I'm not crazy about those, but it seems like the Orioles get that done.
Yeah, shout out to
I hate
Ragoo.
turning. Yeah, I just hate turning this so much plus money, lowering it. Yeah, I like your team total look here. I might get there with the Orioles.
3 even money, and the plus 1.5 for the Orioles is plus 120. So it's a pretty good price there. Shout out to Ragoo. All right, let's move on because I don't want to talk about this game any longer. The Yankees are really good. Garrett Cole's really good. We get the point. Everyone knows that.
Got it.
Everyone gets it. Yeah, everyone gets it. Giancarlo saying, "Oh my God, he hits home runs." Whatever. Rockies versus the Brewers. Next game up. Woodruff following Burns. Urania back on the bump here, and what a fucking heartbreaker. I am so fucking glad that I did not take the Rockies yesterday. Like I said earlier in the show, they were up 2-0 early. They give up 3 runs immediately. They lose the first 5, 3-2, and they lose an extra innings in like the 13th inning. Oh my God, how fucking heartbreaking would that have been? That would have been true. If that would have happened while I was at the minor league baseball game, Connor, I would have run onto the field and just someone drill me with a fastball, please. But I ultimately have nothing on this game too. I'm gonna be, I guess, I'm gonna try to be picky, choosy with the minus 300 fades. I expect this one to get up to minus 300 at some point. I'm not gonna bet it though. Woodruff has been phenomenal since he came back from his IL injury. I remember when he was.
How about Urena? This guy.
Yeah,
I mean, it's only been 3 or 4 starts, but come on.
I'll never forget what he did for me. At minus 300 fade when it was against the Dodgers. It was a 2-1 loss for the Rockies, but fucking kept him in it the whole time, and it was just battling. So shout out to Urania. I've got a soft spot for him, but today's not his day.
I mean, and if you look through his logs too, he's walking 3, he's striking out 3. That's not going to work long term. Even though he's pitched well lately. Woodruff on the bump. I don't want the Brewers. Look at yesterday. Everyone's like, oh, that's probably take them run line, put it in every parlay, blah, blah, blah. You would have lost. Didn't they win 6-5? So, huge 300 number. No way I can back it. It's a pass.
Yep.
Maybe it gets over, but I don't even want that. I was looking into that.
The only play I'm leaning towards is the plus 1.5, plus 110. We've seen how many times in the 300 rule, how many times the plus 1.5 would cash for you. Yesterday, an example of that. So something else that I'd be interested in. Plus money too, not bad. It's obviously lower plus money, but plus money is plus money. So like it there. Next game, Padres Mets. Good matchup here. When I first wrote down this matchup, I'll be honest. The first thing I said was, "Oh, look, a battle of 2 kind of washed up pitchers." But Chris Bassitt's not washed up. He's good. He's a good pitcher. I think he's got a good years ahead of him. Blake Snell, on the other hand, he is washed up. The Tampa Bay Rays, man, they always know when to let go. And they let go at the right time with Snell. I am not a Snell guy. I don't want to back him here. But the Mets don't hit lefties all that well. 16th this year, 103 weighted runs created plus. That's actually one of the things that worries me the most about their World Series odds and such like that, since I always say that I think they're going to be a World Series team, or at least one of the teams fighting for it, at least. But this had to be a pass to the thing I'll mention here. I mentioned it yesterday. Some interesting Juan Soto news. I think the most interesting part about it was, Connor, is that the Padres, the scuttlebutt, and I don't think this is true personally, but the scuttlebutt is saying they'll trade for Juan Soto, but they'll just be like, fuck it, we don't have to re-sign him. Let's just try to win a World Series in the 2 years that he's here under arbitration and then let him walk.
Come on.
Which would be fucking crazy. But obviously, who knows? Who knows? But pass game for me.
The scuttlebutt.
You like the scuttlebutt? You know, Connor.
Yeah, I haven't heard that in a while. It got me a chuckle.
It's a famous strip club in Louisiana too. Shout out to the Scuttlebutt,
Yes,
in Slidell, Louisiana, home of a home away from home for Pub Sports Radio.
definitely. I'm taking the Mets first 5 minus the half. I got plus 108. I'm fading Snell. I don't want him on the road. He's been horrible. Even that start on the road with the Dodgers, he struck out 12. He walked 4, and as soon as he was out, Dodgers scored, I forget what it was, a couple there. Look at his last start. I know it was in Coors, 6 walks, but that's been his problem all year. Even at home, he can't walk, you guys here. I mean, I think the Mets will get to him. Good win for the Padres yesterday. I'm taking the Mets here, first 5 minus that.
Yeah, shout out to Dabby Cab, man. You Darvish.
Hey, Scherzer was good too. He just gave up that 1 homer to Hosmer. Yeah, good pitcher still there.
Yeah, it's so funny to me that every time I see you Darvish, I'm like, oh, I can't bet him, but no, he's probably didn't cash first 5 today. Does it again. Shout out to Dabby Cab, man. I won't ruin it for you. I will not ruin it for you. Tampa Bay, Kansas City Royals, next game up. Luis Patino, 0-6 ERA so far, but damn, did he look good his last start. I'm on the Luis Patino train here. I think this is a Rays spot. I was about to say Royals because they are the same letter in the alphabet. So this is going to be tough for my wee brain to comprehend right now. But minus 115 and minus 105 for each side is pretty low. I was pretty shocked by that. I think that obviously Brady Singer is a good pitcher. But it's just surprising to me that you're getting such a cheap price on him, I should say. Patino's last time out was against the Baltimore Orioles. 3 1/3, 4 hits, 2 earned runs off 2 home runs. I just think he's going to be a good pitcher again. I think the second start here, he had no strikeouts. So that's not characteristic. I believe in Luis. But do I want to put my money on him? I don't know. I've got a lot of plays here today. I like the Rays, but I don't know if I'll get to the window with it. And a 10. Is it real? Is a 10 really the total? It is a 10. Oh my gosh, that's high. That's super high. I don't think I've seen a Royals game that high all year.
Yeah, wind's blowing out like 17. Something like that to dead center.
Well, that makes a whole lot of sense there. Yeah, I'm looking at a Ballpark Pal right now. Jesus Christ. Ballpark Pal, 101 temperature. Not a big deal there. 18-mile-an-hour winds blowing straight out. So it makes a whole lot of sense.
Give me the better. The Royals are going to win. I'm off. I wish yesterday that one and the over, the Cardinal over, that I took the Rays. I did get short again, with this price with the Rays. The Royals are going to get one, I think, in the series. You know what? I don't know about Patino. He pitched 3 1/3 coming back. I never thought he was that great. He had a decent year last year. So I'm off as well. Maybe there'll be runs. They got to 10 yesterday. But I don't want the total here.
Yeah, this is a good test case for how wind really, really affects baseball or how it affects totals and such. These teams individually know wind. This is like an 8.5. It's like a 8.5, maybe 9.
It's a 9, yeah, 8.5, 9.
So, and now you get a full run higher. If you're a guy that doesn't believe in win factors, I necessarily would not hate an under, but just I can already imagine it now. Every fly ball just blowing.
Yeah, like Craig said,
out.
These pitchers they're not good enough. They give too much barrel. Like they get hit too hard, I think. At times they can be good, but not, both lineups aren't nothing to jump up and down for. These lineups could struggle at times.
Yeah, I'm gonna move on from this game. Gonna keep my eye on this one. The score in this game will be something I will be interested in as well. Shout out to Luke, by the way, who was ranting in our comments earlier, and he's being a good force in the comments right now. Shout out to you, Luke. I like the vibes you're giving off right there, and I laughed at your joke. Don't worry. Next game on our docket, we've got Dodgers versus the Giants here. Cody Bellinger coming out of a slumber. I forgot Cody Bellinger was a human being. Hits a grand slam last night. Looked high as shit doing it. So shout out to him. He is I think the ugliest swing in baseball. I can't stand it.
It's only when he connects, though it looks great. When he
Only
hits
he
the
connects.
homer,
Yes.
when he connects, when he just smoked that ball, he's just like,
Great.
damn, look at that guy swing. Other than that, when he misses, holy, yeah.
It's
God.
horrible. I hate watching it. I can't deal with it. And when he hits the home runs, it looks fucking great. But it's ugly. It's horrible. And it shocks me sometimes that he's a former MVP guy. So, yeah, shout out to Cody. All that to say, I think the Dodgers will win again here today. The Giants just keep losing, dog. Keep on losing for our win totals. A lot of Pub Sports Radio people took that under. I'm trying to look at my board. I got under 85.5 at my plus 104. So keep on losing, motherfuckers. Keep on losing. Shout out to Nufflush Allen. Dodgers spot for me, Luis Urias. I think I don't know about Luis Urias, or it's Luis Urias, Julio Urias. I don't know about Julio here, Connor. I've got a lot of conflicting feelings. I like him. I think he's a good lefty. I think he could be a top 5. Well, coming into the season, I thought he was a top 5 lefty in the league. 8-6 though, a sub-3 ERA. He's had disappointing starts. And the Giants against lefties this year is 619 weighted runs created plus. I think the Dodgers get to Wood, but can the Giants get to Urias and get an over here, Connor?
That's the key. They've hit him in the past, and he's had dynamite games against them. It's been similar with the Padres. He's gotten lit by them, and then he's just dominated them. I thought he's been pretty good this year. He's had a few rough starts, especially early on. I think he's been pretty good. He's got a 2.89, 8-6. I think it's Dodgers as well. Yeah, I think they can hit Wood. I mean, obviously they don't hit lefties as good, but this lineup's swinging it pretty well. I don't know. 3 in a row, the sweep. I'm sure they want to do it. I talked about it yesterday. These are the days with the run line, the plus money. They got it again yesterday where you're getting plus 140, 150. I think today's a little less. What is it, 130? The Dodger run line?
Let's find it for you. Bovada, who notoriously gives shitty lines. Bovada, you've got a Dodgers run line at plus 115 for me.
Okay, I got plus 120. Yeah,
it's not bad.
I'm not going to back the Giants right now. Not right now.
By the way, LJ from H-Town, a great stat here. 14-1 are the Dodgers in division at home.
Yeah, dominant.
Sheesh. Yeah, I would be Dodgers minus 1.5.
Yeah,
I like that plus money. Yeah, that's a simple way to say it. Dodgers minus 1.5 plus money there. I like it. Next game, I'll say this is the last watchable game of the night. This is the last watchable game of the evening because West Coast baseball right now is where baseball goes to die right now. Angels, Braves, and I'll be honest, this isn't really watchable, to be honest. I think the Braves roll here. I would lean towards an over as well. Kyle Wright, I'm not going to call him an all-star snub, but he's having the best season of his career, and he's had a really good year. Just as what's funny about stats and records, Connor, is that I'll say that Kyle Wright's having a really good year. But he's 11-4 with a 2.85 ERA, and I said that Julio's struggling, and he's 8-6 with a 2.89. So that's just kind of how records work, for pitchers. They're having both having good years. We can say that. And Kyle Wright is also one of those guys. He's had his blow up starts, but he's had. I'll say that the difference between those two is that Kyle Wright's expectations coming into the season were just shit. Like Kyle Wright, another pitcher, whatever. And Julio is supposed to be a top 5 lefty in baseball, top 3, whatever. And Kyle Wright's just blown by his expectations, and Julio's kind of like right now. So that's just what it is. But this is Braves to me minus 210, not bettable. Patrick Sandoval. Every time I see his name, I think of Pablo, so I have an irrational dislike of him. I'll be honest. Over would be my lean here as well, but a pass game for me.
Yeah, I got just two conflicting stuff. Like at first, maybe with these starters, you can look at an under. Sandoval, I thought it's been pitched over his head a little bit. Then he got hit by the Dodgers on the road here. We know how the Braves hit lefties. And look, last night it was tight, and the Braves opened it up. I'd only be on the Braves. I always talk about, the home run line, but sometimes with here, that's where I'd be. Their team total, you'd have to go 5.5. The 4.5's minus 130. If you like juice, get it. But I'm with you. Braves here.
Beautiful. All right. Well, these next 2 games, I guess these next 3 games, since we just glossed over that one. The Giants and the Dodgers was the last game we could really enjoy talking about. Nationals, Diamondbacks up. Anibal Sanchez, who everyone is fading. And I don't blame anyone who wants to fade Anibal. I'm not fading Anibal, and that's just purely emotional. I appreciate what Anibal has done for me, and by that I mean for Team Venezuela. He's the man. I like Anibal, so I'm not gonna fade him here. But it's Diamondbacks or nothing for me. Here, if I were to make a bet, gun to my head, you say bet against Anibal, bet against him. And I'm like, all right, fine. I'll take a team total for the Diamondbacks. But ultimately, I don't want to bet on this game. This game's going to stink. Bumgarner, I don't back him sideways just because if something goes wrong for Bumgarner, it seems like he'll just fold up shop and just start throwing dick-high fastballs to the team. So pass game for me with a lean towards those Diamondback team totals.
Yeah, D-backs are nothing here. Nats only at 195 off Bumgarner. Sanchez only 24 at bats, 5 for 24. This ump, shout out to Greg Wood. I'm sure he's dropped this one. The ump is, I think, Fletcher. This was the only one that really, really stood out. There's a couple more. 15-2 to the under. So all the tickets on the over, the public, but the big money's coming on this under. But you got to back these pitchers if you want to take it here. So to me, it's D-backs. Or nothing, and I look under. Not a popular pick, but only way I can look.
Yeah, definitely passing. Rance, let me know which team name was hard to read, and I'll change it up. I try to change up the colors every once in a while. There's some teams that are just have hard color schemes to read. But let me know, Rance. Last game, Rangers, Oakland A's. The AL West is my least favorite division, and these are the least. The 2 worst teams in my least favorite division. So I don't want to talk about this game at all. Taylor Hearn's a lefty that is just kind of meh as well. James Caprillion has had his moments. I'll admit it. I think he's a better pitcher than he showed in the first half at times. So
is he getting healthy though? Because something must have been wrong. He was awful compared to last year. So
something must have been wrong. I agree with you. And whatever it was, it seems like he's gotten his shit together and fixed it. Do I want to back him every start? No. Do I want to back him here? No. Plus 108 is a little enticing for a home dog. More. Yeah, but I was about to say, I want more. Rangers against righties are 23rd this year. The Rangers against lefties are when you want to bet on them. So I had to pass on this one, unfortunately. Last game on the card too, and Connor, this is a throwback. You remember my early days of capping. I still don't like betting the last game of the card. It still kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies to back especially a favorite. If you take the favorite on the last game of the card, it's just scary. It's just scary because that seems like it's the I need to get my money back. Let's bet on the favorite, and then the underdog wins. So that seems like it happens way too often for me. I'm going to pass. No thanks. This game sucks. Moving on. Connor, did you have anything on this one?
Yeah, real quick. Some books, I'd wait too. It's going to be Hearn or Bush. A few of my books have Bush as well. I talked about these 2 teams. I'd want the under, but we talked about yesterday. 5 of 6 and it went over yesterday. When these teams get together, the game just gets over, which is crazy. So I'd take that again. Low total. And it's crazy to say with these 2 offenses. Rangers a little bit better, but I have no play here. I'm not playing it. I need more money with the A's, and with all these games going on, I don't want to get with a shitty team. And I'm not getting a big enough number.
Connor, I'll admit, what's funny? The days that you come on, it seems like I always teach myself a lesson mentally, just maybe consciously or subconsciously. I remember a couple shows back when we were together was let's bet on all the shitty teams and see what happens. That day I lost them. I was like, all right, not betting on the shitty teams as much. Yesterday was all right, minus 120, minus 125. I fucking hate losing these. We're gonna play them anyways. You lose them both. So we were learning lessons every time we're going with Connor. And Connor,
Every
like you
day.
said, don't want to bet on the shitty teams. Don't want to bet on the shitty teams. So I
Well,
would
no,
lean into the other. I
you
would lean to the
do.
over.
Yeah, no, but you find good value, and that's where you find in baseball. That's how you make money, split with plus dogs. It's just, I don't want the A's here. I think you
Pick
could
your
find better
spots with the
spots on the
shitty
card.
team.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
that's all I mean.
That's
So,
and I agree with you there. And I'm looking over at my card right now, and I don't have what I would consider a shitty team on there. But Cleveland's not good. So whatever, it's fine. What an interesting day we've got ahead of us, Connor. Let me tell you what. I'm excited about today's baseball. I'm excited about everything that's going to happen. Thank you, everyone, for watching, of course, to start off. 150 people watching. Hit the like button while you guys are here. As I say frequently, I would love and appreciate if you guys dropped a comment on the video as well. Drop your plays in the comments on the video. First of all, it's easier for me to find them and remember them. I would like to watch your action along with you guys. I want to sweat it out with you guys. I want to feel the pain of a loss and a victory with you guys. So hit the comments, drop the comment, and let us know what you're on. It's very important, and it helps us with the YouTube algorithm as well. So let us know what you guys are on. I'll start the recap here. I've got 6 plays, 3 that I came in the show with, and 3 that I'm adding on from the show's breakdowns here. Let's start it off with the Blue Jays plays. All 3 of these plays are on the Blue Jays, minus 1.5, plus 130, team total over 5, minus 105, and the money line at minus 135. I bet those last night, tweeted them out. Money line is at minus 145, and I expect it to go up. We'll be surprised if it doesn't. If it doesn't, that will be bad news for me. Cleveland, team total over 4, even money, as well as the Minnesota first 5 minus 1 plus 110, and rounding out my card, St. Louis Cardinals team total over 5.5 at minus 110 for me. A little 6-pack, as my man Mr. Gokster would say. What about you, Connor? What are we on today?
I mentioned I like I got to put something on the Jays. First 5 minus half. I'm with you, but I'm taking that Jays Sox first 5 under 5. Cutter, your boy Cutter.
The cut, man.
Crawford, first 5 under 5. It could be a sweat. Mets first 5 minus a half plus 108. Reds cards. I'm on the over. I don't take too many 10 and a halves. Shit. If I get burned, I probably will. I'll be pissed. Mariners Astros. I'm pulling the trigger on the under 7. Minus 110. The first 5 was like minus 120, 125. I'll go full game there. And 2 question marks, maybe late. We talked about the Dodgers. I don't know if we want to go there, but thinking about the Orioles, that team total. I haven't pulled the trigger, the 3. So I might get there. If I do, I'll put it out.
Beautiful. By the way, shout out to Mario Harris. He's asking questions, and I forgot to answer. He said, Jose, do you like Oakland money line, sweetheart? I would like it a little more than the Rangers, but it's not my favorite play, obviously. And he also said, since I forgot what game this was, hey, do you like them run line also too, sweetie? So I like where your head's at, Harris. They keep doing that, makes me feel better. Maybe makes me a little more inclined to answer your questions. I like compliments. Call me handsome too. Maybe I'll definitely answer it. Me cute as well. But thank you, Mario. Appreciate it. All right, Connor. What an interesting show it is whenever you're on. I appreciate it as always when you're here. It's always fantastic. We'll be back again here tomorrow morning. I'll actually be at the beach tomorrow. So that'll be interesting for sure. Hopefully the internet lasts.
Beach, where?
Yeah, going to Corpus Christi right now.
Corpus Christi.
Yeah. What beach in Texas? Hold on.
Texas Beach. Oh, no, there is. I just,
Yeah, no, it's not the best. It's not my favorite beach at all. I will gladly admit that. I'm about to close up shop here and pack my shit and leave. Enjoy the beach for the next 2 days. So it'll be fun. Let's give some quick plugs before we go. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be back 10:30 Central for 11:30 Eastern. Dabby Cab going to be joining me tomorrow, so that'll be fun as always. He'll have to deal with my beach shenanigans. Along with that, this week, this Thursday, if you're in San Antonio, Foxy Boxing back at it. the Throwdown Thursday,
yeah.
they're calling it, at Diamond Show Club. Come on by. It's always a very interesting night. I'll tell you that. They're open till 5 a.m., which is fucking crazy. But we'll be there. At least I'll be there, commentating the fights. Come by, say hello. Don't look at me in the eye while you're getting a lap dance. Just say hello, and then maybe get the lap dance after. But it's gonna be a fun time. So if you're in San Antonio, come on by. It'll be great. Connor, anything to plug before you have to get out of here?
No, just shout out to the chat, like you mentioned. Not applicable, Remos, say Fox. He's talking about the Dolphins here. We're going to get into football here very shortly. Man, I think
There's
they
a
come up short.
little Panthers Browns talk week 1 with Quaker Mayfield at the helm, apparently.
Yeah, I can't wait. Already looking through, but picks from Dave, Rants, all the guys, Danzo, Tori, it's going down, overtime, Wallaby King. He likes that first 5 under in Guardians, White Sox. I like that as well. Shout out to the chat. Hit the like button. You guys know the deal.
Yes, you guys know the deal. Hit the like, drop that comment, and let me know what you guys are on. Like I've been saying, Rem Most asking a good question. Am I going shirtless for those beach shows? And I'll admit, Rem Most, I did think about it. I did think about it, and it would make Debbie Cab disgusted. So I might, Rem Most. I might. You might have to see this white pasty exterior. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Shout out to everyone for watching XCal 360. Appreciate it. You guys have been the best. Drop a comment, hit the like. Don't forget to say hey on social media. At Connor Mac Picks over there for my man Connor. At Jose Bouquett, like you see on the screen right there. Like I said, don't forget to say hey. And we'll see you guys mañana. Peace.